Leicester follows, but you know I'm feeling hot.
Miss Nightingale is set in 1942 and it's a tale of love, friendship and scandal.
The core Miss Nightingale is she's a cabaret singer, so it's this act that is put together to be entertainment during the war at a new club that is opening in Leicester Square. But then alongside all of that, there's a lot of different relationships that unfold and are built up and come crashing down.
What we're trying to achieve is that Blitz time spirit of everyone knew the war was happening, of course, but there was this idea that you had to carry on with your life and live it to the full. So that's like the main drive of the story, is that everyone's trying to just kind of live each day as if it's their last.
This show, it started life a long time ago, over a decade ago actually, and it's very much a coming together of both our family histories. So there's one character in the show who is a Polish Jewish refugee, and Toby's family are, well, half of his family are Jewish refugees that came over either just before the war or during the war. And it's also the story about a working class northern lass trying to make her way, and I come from a family of very strong women, very feisty women who weren't happy in the way that they were expected to behave in a man's world.
Music is fantastic. It's really, really good, really cleverly written, and it's this wonderful sort of pastiche of British music hall combined with kind of Weimar Republic sort of.
Because obviously my character comes over from Germany, brings all that cabaret, cabaret feel of it with these kind of, accordionish sort of feel. There's really two distinct types of music. There's the music in the club, because it's set in a club. He runs a club, I am the musical director and pianist of the club. So the club songs are these kind of really raunchy, jazzy, up-tempo 40s numbers that make you feel like, you're in the Blitz in wartime. But then there's also, concurrently to that, there's the actual story that's going on outside of the club with all of the characters falling in love and fighting and arguing and getting together and breaking up. And so those songs are, much more kind of soaring ballads and much more kind of musical theatre, maybe how you'd expect it.
Meine Liebe Berlin, she's a flower with sweet nectar in. Part her petals and taste what's within. Meine Liebe Berlin.
I think our characters and the way our story comes together, it's a central male love story that is not played for laughs. It's not played as something odd or unusual. It's played as something very, I guess we are the emotional heart of the story and us coming together in the way we, and you just really don't see that, I don't think. It's very real.
We're getting more of that now, but so often it's still very much the gay best friend who is, a great character and maybe has one number, but they generally don't have a relationship, or if they do, it's a very chaste relationship where they may hold hands with their boyfriend or girlfriend and there may be a little peck on the cheek. And it feels like it's time to sort of move on from that and to actually have an LGBT relationship, a same-sex relationship, front and centre, which is what we do in Miss Nightingale. So it has a love story, but that love story just happens to be between two men. And I think it's really important. Growing up as a gay man, I didn't see that representation. You had to look for those sort of coded references or identify with often those female characters who were gay men but presented as women. And I think it's so lovely with a show like ours, and also a show like Jamie, which is made in Sheffield as well. We're a Sheffield company, so we sort of feel like we're sister shows, and it feels like that's starting to change, that you've got those stories out there, sort of unashamedly, fabulously gay, queer, celebrating love in all its beautiful rainbow colours.
A bird forgot his duty. A bluebird left his post. But maybe if we try we'll find a way. Maybe there's still a chance. And maybe if you fly today, maybe you could be soon in France.
When people arrive, they arrive into 1942. and they come into our club, into our world, and then from that point onwards, they are immersed in that world of 1942.
We have to act. We're just like we're in a club.
And it's a beautiful space. It's really, really special. It's really intimate. I think the audience will have a really lovely time and feel as though they're really part of the action, as if they're part of the cabaret audience and are sitting there and watching it, but also have these wonderful little moments of intimacy between George and Frank and between Maggie and Tom.
They're right there, aren't they? Some of them, I mean, the tables come right up to the stage.
You should come and see the show because it's going to be a great night out. It's going to be something that's quite unique, especially in town at the moment. And yeah, we're going to create that world for you, and hopefully you'll come out of it having laughed and cried. That's the idea, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sometimes at the same time, maybe.
We won't take it lying down unless that's how we want to take it.